Poop smells bad. Poop smells bad because it is supposed to. That sounds disgusting, but it is also basic biology. Your stool is not just leftover food. It is water, dead cells, bile pigments, bacteria, fiber, and chemical leftovers from digestion. Once you eat, your gut starts breaking food into smaller pieces. Then your colon bacteria get involved. They ferment what your small intestine did not fully absorb, especially fiber and resistant starch. That process creates gases and sulfur compounds. That is the smell. At first, you think the odor means something is wrong. You walk out of the bathroom like you committed a crime. But here's the truth. A normal bad smell means your gut bacteria are working, your bile is moving, and your body is removing waste. Here's the catch. Not every smell is normal. If it suddenly becomes extreme, oily, bloody, black, pale, or comes with pain and diarrhea, you don't ignore it. The truth is, poop is not meant to smell pleasant. Not perfume, waste processing. Morning eye crust. Morning eye crust is the dried up evidence that your eyes cleaned themselves while you slept. It is mucus, oil, tears, dead skin cells, and tiny bits of dust that collected while your eyelids were closed. During the day, you blink constantly. Every blink spreads tears across your eye and pushes debris toward the corners. But when you sleep, you stop blinking. So the cleaning system keeps working, but the conveyor belt slows down. The material gathers, dries, and turns into that yellowish crust you wipe away in the morning. Sounds gross, but it's maintenance. Your eyes are not dirty, they're protecting the surface from irritation. For most people, it is just a sign that the tear film is doing its job. Your body is keeping the cornea moist, clearing waste, and preventing tiny particles from sitting directly on the eye. But here's the catch. Thick green discharge, pain, swelling, redness, or crust that seals the eye shut is different. The truth is, a little eye crust is not filth, it's housekeeping. Earwax buildup. Earwax buildup sounds like poor hygiene. It usually isn't. Earwax is not random dirt your body forgot to remove. It's a protective substance made by glands inside your ear canal. It traps dust, it grabs dead skin, it catches tiny particles before they travel deeper. It also keeps the ear canal slightly oily, which stops the skin from drying, cracking, and becoming irritated. Once your jaw moves, when you chew, talk, or yawn, the ear canal slowly pushes old wax outward. That's the self-cleaning mechanism. Not perfect, but clever. At first, you think wax means your ears are dirty, so you reach for cotton buds and start digging. Oh boy, that's where people mess it up. Most of the time, you're not cleaning the ear, you're pushing wax deeper and packing it like concrete. Here's the deal. Normal wax is protective. Blocked wax is different. Pain, hearing loss, ringing, dizziness, or discharge needs attention. The truth is, earwax is not the enemy, it's security staff. Bad morning breath. Bad morning breath is not glamorous. Nobody wakes up smelling like mint and emotional stability. Your mouth has been closed for hours. Saliva drops, bacteria get comfortable. Then they start breaking down leftover proteins on your tongue, gums, and between your teeth. That breakdown releases sulfur compounds. That's the smell. Rotten egg energy. Lovely. During the day, saliva keeps things moving. It washes food particles away, buffers acids, and makes it harder for bacteria to build their tiny empire. But at night, saliva production naturally decreases. Your mouth gets drier. The bacteria get louder. Sounds grim, but it means your mouth has a living ecosystem, and saliva is important. It's not just water. It contains minerals, enzymes, and antimicrobial compounds that protect your teeth and gums. But here's the catch. If your breath stays bad all day, even after brushing, flossing, and tongue cleaning, that's different. Gum disease, cavities, reflux, tonsil stones, and dry mouth can all play a role. The truth is, morning breath is often normal, not a personality flaw, a nighttime chemistry problem. Clear, runny nose. A clear, runny nose can be annoying, but it's not always a sign you're sick. Sometimes it's your nose doing exactly what it was built to do, filter the air before it reaches your lungs. Your nasal lining is covered in mucus. That mucus traps dust, pollen, smoke, cold air irritation, pollution, and tiny particles you never see. Once those irritants touch the lining, your nose increases fluid production to dilute and flush them out. At first, you think your body is being dramatic. One cold breeze, one dusty room, one spicy meal, and suddenly your nose becomes a leaky faucet. But here's the deal. That fluid is part of the defense system. Clear mucus is usually thin, watery, and protective. It means the lining is responding, not because it's failing, because it's awake. But here's the catch. Thick, green mucus with fever, facial pain, bleeding, shortness of breath, or symptoms that drag on for weeks is not the same thing. The truth is, clear mucus is not useless slime. It's your airway's first filter. Sweating during workouts. Sweating during workouts is one of the most underrated signs your body is managing heat properly. You start moving. Your muscles burn fuel. Heat builds. Your brain senses the temperature rising and tells sweat glands to open the cooling system. Once sweat reaches your skin, it evaporates. That evaporation pulls heat away from your body. Simple, effective, slightly disgusting. For most people, sweating feels like embarrassment. Your shirt gets soaked. Your face shines. You look like you lost a fight with a shower. But your body is doing something precise. It is protecting your brain, heart, muscles, and organs from overheating. There's more. Fit people can sometimes sweat earlier because their bodies become better at heat control. The system learns. It responds faster. Not weakness, adaptation. But here's the catch. Sudden, unexplained sweating at rest, night sweats, chest pain, faintness, or fever is different. The truth is, workout sweat is not proof you are out of shape. It is your cooling system working under load. Burping after meals. Burping after meals is your stomach releasing pressure. Not elegant, not polite, still useful. Every time you eat, you swallow air. You swallow more if you eat fast, talk while chewing, drink carbonated drinks, use straws, or inhale your food like someone is about to steal it. That air collects in the upper stomach. Pressure builds. Then the lower esophageal sphincter relaxes for a moment and the gas escapes upward. That is the burp. At first, you think it is embarrassing, but here's the deal. A small burp after eating means your stomach is not trapping air forever. It is venting, like a pressure valve. Sounds gross, but trapped gas can cause bloating, tightness, and discomfort. Letting it out is normal physiology, not social collapse. But here's the catch. Constant burping, burning in the chest, sour taste, vomiting, weight loss, or trouble swallowing is different. That can point toward reflux or another issue. The truth is, a burp after food is not your body being rude. It is pressure management. Scabs forming on cuts. Scabs forming on cuts look ugly, but they are one of the clearest signs your body knows how to repair damage. You scrape your skin, blood appears, and within minutes your body starts building a temporary seal. First, platelets rush in. They stick together and help form a clot. Then fibrin creates a mesh that holds the clot in place. That clot dries on the surface and becomes the scab. Sounds primitive, but it's brilliant. Your body just built a biological bandage out of your own blood. Underneath, the real work begins. Immune cells clean debris. New skin cells start crawling across the wound. Tiny blood vessels grow into the area. Collagen gets laid down like repair material. At first, you want to pick it. Don't. Picking the scab tears open the construction site and can delay healing. But here's the catch. Spreading redness, pus with worsening pain, warmth, swelling, fever, or red streaks needs attention. The truth is, a scab is not dead skin doing nothing. It is a temporary roof over a repair project. Peeling after healing. Peeling after healing looks like your body is falling apart. It is usually the opposite. It means the damaged outer layer is being replaced by a newer one underneath. Your skin is constantly renewing itself, but after a scrape, sunburn, blister, or irritation, that process becomes more visible. The injured top layer dries, loosens, and flakes away. Under it, newer skin is forming and strengthening the barrier. At first, the peeling looks wrong. Ragged edges, white flakes, little sheets of skin coming off. But here's the truth. Your body is removing the temporary layer it no longer needs. Think of it like renovation. The protective covering stays until the structure underneath is ready. Then it comes off. But here's the catch. Peeling with severe pain, infection signs, open wounds, fever, or widespread blistering is different. That is not normal renewal. That is a warning. The truth is, mild peeling after healing is not decay. It is turnover. Old barrier out, new barrier in. Pimples forming pus. Pimples forming pus are disgusting, but they are also evidence that your immune system showed up to a small local problem. A pimple usually starts when oil, dead skin cells, and bacteria get trapped inside a pore. Once that pore gets blocked, pressure builds. Bacteria multiply. Your immune system notices and sends white blood cells into the area. Those cells attack, die, and mix with dead bacteria and tissue debris. That mixture becomes pus. At first, you see the whitehead and think your skin is dirty. But here's the deal. Pus is not dirt. It is the aftermath of a tiny immune battle. That doesn't mean you should squeeze everything. Squeezing can push inflammation deeper, damage the pore wall, and leave marks that last longer than the pimple itself. Congratulations, you turned a small problem into a renovation project. But here's the catch. Large, deep, painful, spreading, recurring, or fever-associated lumps are different, especially near the eye or nose. The truth is, a small pus-filled pimple is not proof your body failed. It is proof your immune system answered the call. And if you think the gross stuff is weird, wait until you see the tiny, invisible minerals quietly keeping your heart beating, your nerves firing, your bones standing, and your body alive every single second. The 16 essential minerals that keep you alive.